Here we go. Thank y'all again. Welcome to Pierre's Panic Room. You know how we do every week. We rock and roll with it, man. We have fun. We have great guests. This week is no different. I'm pretty excited about this show. First of all, I want to thank everybody because the numbers are rising on the subscriptions. Thank you so much, man. Please tell a friend to subscribe. Hit the notification bell, man, if you want to know what's coming up real quick. You'll be the first one to know what we're doing on the show, on this network, my show. Again, I appreciate it. I really, really do, y'all. I know y'all can watch something else on social media, but you took the time here on YouTube and checked it out, man. So again, I appreciate it, and we'll keep bringing y'all fly shows and fly guests. All right, you know how we do before we start the show. We always got to talk about some of these comments. My girl Tammy likes to grab comments, from different shows and let me know what people are saying about me or the show. All right, first of all, we're going to do the one with the stripper show. Oh, that stripper show was something else. Yeah, remember we had the two strippers? All right, my man Carlos Robb said, "Come on, P. You grabbed these strippers off of 14th and K Street. You wrong for that, man. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Now, why you doing like that? For those who know, that's in D.C. That's kind of where the whole stroll is. You know what I'm saying? Come on, don't do them like that. Don't let. There was fine young ladies. You just hating, Carlos. Come on, brother. Man, they fine. They was funny and good, too. So, damn you, Carlos Robb. Okay? 2 first names. You might be confused. All right, this is from the Akon show. My man Hidden Royalty said, "Great interview. Akon is brilliant. Aries gang, I would love to see the living legend Cat Williams on your show." Well, you ain't the only one. I like to see Cat on my show too. And guess what? I might reach out to Cat and ask him, come on, man. Because I'm being surprised. A lot of folks I'm asking to come do the show are actually coming through, man, and got a lot of love for me. So, yeah, Cat, I did Cat, man. And me and Cat, I think we have some great discussions. All right, this is from the Pastor Troy show. You remember Pastor Troy? If you don't, Google it. Quentin Johnson said, "Man, I had no idea Pierre was so fucking entertaining." That's what I'm talking about, Quentin. I like you, Quentin. We'll keep this one. We'll keep this one right here. I appreciate that, though. But come on, keep leaving them comments. I appreciate it. We read them, man. We look at them. And like I said, Tammy get to pick out what she want. You know what I'm saying? How she feel this week. I might be getting dissed all the comments if she feels that way. All right. I'm excited about this guest. Some people, I grew up in the 90s as far as music goes. What an era of R&B music during the 90s, man. It was a great era, a lot of great groups and singers, man. It was just a fly time. Some of you young cats have no idea. I know y'all always say, man, the old school's always talking about back in the day. Yes, don't trust me. In 20 years, you'll be talking about the 2000s too, okay, the 2020s and shit. But I came up in the 90s, man, when some of the greatest R&B groups were out there, the hot young groups, man. And this young lady came from one of the hottest groups. My man Puffy brought a lot of people out. He was bringing them out left and right, man. Just top-notch quality people, man. And if you remember the group Total, who doesn't remember the group Total? I think you're going to definitely remember this young lady. She was one of the members. It wasn't but 3 members at the time. Give it up for the one and only Kima! Yeah, look at her. Look at you, girl. Look at you with the outfit on. Look at you. Okay.
Change, bad girl still do what bad girl still.
I know that's right. Move that microphone where you want, girl. Yeah, that microphone's for you. However you want it to be moved, okay?
Well, thank you.
Well, first of all, thanks for coming on my show. Look at you. You still got it, girl.
Thank you.
You really do, though. Some people from the 90s fell off. They look bad. I ain't gonna say no name. Ooh, wait. Okay, but no, you still got it, though. Cool.
Well,
cool.
Thank you. All
right. So let's talk about your career, how you moved and grooved. Let's talk about you from Jersey.
From Jersey
right.
Girl, all the way.
Right. Let me say some accent. Did you know anybody like Naughty by Nature? Did you know them guys?
Yeah, Trash.
You know them guys?
Yeah.
Really? Who else did you
Vinny,
go around? Vinny, yeah.
Lauren Hill, Queen Latifah.
Wow.
Who else? We had some local legends. I grew up in Plainfield. There was DJ Cheese, a rapper called Romeo.
Okay.
Yeah, Jersey has a lot of legends.
Wow. Now that was some fun times too, like in late 80s, early 90s to be out there, there. Because you've seen all the people coming up. You didn't know who was going to be the next one. I came up in Washington, D.C. doing comedy in the mid 80s and late 80s. And I came up with sitting next to Martin Lawrence on Amateur Night, Dave Chappelle, who was Tommy Davidson, Monique, Wanda Sykes. And it's crazy, now I see people like, oh my God, that's my favorite comic. I'm like, I remember when they was eating hot wings with me for 10-cent hot wing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you had that experience with some of these people that you kind of grew up with.
If anything, it was like, I hear a lot of people that I grew up with they were more shocked because I was always quiet, reserved. It was like, we never thought that would be you, but hey, yeah, you never know your journey.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, you grew up singing. Is it the church story or just grew up singing?
Definitely a church story. My mom grew up. My mom's from Pensacola, Florida.
Okay.
She relocated to Detroit, the Motown era. She sung in a choir with Aretha Franklin, went to church with her and stuff like that. And my mom and her sisters had their own gospel group. She used to tell me stories about all those church concerts. It was crazy because I just watched the movie on Aretha, actually the one that was on the History Channel, and some of the stories kind of resonated from, with my mom and stuff like that. So I definitely grew up in the background of singers.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how singing in church.
Right. Now, I kind of read your bio. You weren't trying to be in a singing group, were you at a young age? Right.
No, it was always a secret passion of mine because I was always scared and reserved. I remember my first solo song in the choir was with my best friend, and I wouldn't do it unless she did it with me.
Wow.
But I was always singing. I didn't do talent shows and stuff like that growing up. I actually got into the business professionally through Keisha. We met in high school. She heard me sing, and she was like, I didn't know you sung. And I was like, yeah, I sing. And she was like, all right, well, I want to start a group.
But she heard you sing where?
In the car.
Right, in the car, right. But before you go there, now, were you a big Whitney Houston fan? She's from Jersey.
Yes, definitely a big Whitney Houston fan. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I can imagine all the young girls trying to imitate her.
Yeah, definitely. I believe that children are the future, and that was
my
first Whitney Houston experience.
How would I know? That was my joint. Yeah, man. I remember the first time I saw her, man, she got it. Okay, so I heard you went to like a skating rink. That's how you kind of ran into the girls. Is that am I mistaken?
No, that's kind of like the girls. We were already the girls when we went to the skating rink.
Oh, you were?
We ran into the guys that introduced us to this girl.
Okay.
Let me tell you the
I
story
like that. I like that. The guy, but I'm gonna fire my research person, so no problem.
It's okay.
She got to get the hell out of here
fine.
with that bullshit. Make
It's
me
fine.
look bad. Shit, okay.
No, we actually hanging out back in the early 90s in Bergenfield, New Jersey. It was this skating rink called the Ring because like skating has gotten popular now. It was popular then. And we were going skating and we met these dudes from the Bronx. And we told them we sang and stuff like that. So they came to Jersey and visited us and, it was kicking it a little bit. Then we went up to the Bronx and went to the studio with them and they introduced us to Kathy Dukes. May Kathy rest in peace. Kathy is Puffy's godson's mother.
Okay.
She's how we met Puffy. She wanted to manage us. She took us to sing for Puffy at the Hit Factory one night. He was in there working with Jodeci. Right.
But let me ask you a question. So some guys you said they're from the Bronx.
Yeah.
I mean, some Bronx.
Sean Do and Dre.
Okay.
They have names. I'm sorry.
No problem. Yeah, give them some props. So here's the thing. They just see you, hear from you. How does that just happen?
Yeah,
you popping for stuff. There's some girls trying to get on now, and they got to kind of know the system. Is it like meeting some guy because it was through a friend, or you was just singing on the corner, doo-wopping, and how do you meet those guys?
Well, actually, we met these dudes because we were out, and they were trying to kick it. You know what I'm saying? So they came to Jersey later on to visit us, and they discovered
so it was coincidence. Right, so it was coincidence they was trying to holler at you, and they happened to be in the music industry.
Yeah,
okay,
and they were rappers themselves. But there was back then, everybody was pretty much in the music industry. Kind of like now, you got to kind of wean the real from the fake. So, you meet a lot of people. Because
everybody says, I know somebody, and Puff was so hot back then. Everybody, my uncles, cousins, mailman knows Puff. Like, so far down.
Yeah, so you're right. We definitely took our chances.
That's what I
and a risk, yeah. And I mean, but that's what I'm saying, the journey was just meant to be because I'll never forget. Do you have a question? Because
No. I'll interrupt you. Don't worry. I got this.
Okay, good. I'll never forget, there was no Waze and stuff back then. And after meeting them, having to go meet Kathy in Mount Vernon from Jersey with just get off at this exit, get off at that exit, get off on this exit at the on a piece of paper, we get to Mount Vernon and we lost. So the other ironic thing, we see some dudes on the street and we're like, yo, do you know this girl named Kathy Dukes? We just pull up to these guys and they
really?
Yeah. And it was one of Heavy D dancers. So he was like, yeah, I know Kathy. So he jumped in the car and took us right to Kathy's house. And I mean,
wow.
That's definitely how the story went down.
Wow. Now hold on. That was you all three. You were told who wanted
we
to
were
told?
we were already told. It was Kima, Keisha, and Pam. We all grew up in New Jersey.
Okay.
And we met. We were working with a mutual producer in Jersey as well at the time, and he introduced Keisha and I to Pam, and that's how we became the three.
Okay. So did it click right away, or did you feel like this is gonna be it, or you're like, we're trying to do a girl group because solo's not working, or how did that work?
Well, as you can see, I mean, it clicked, and then it didn't, and then it did, and then it didn't. I mean, Pam was a solo artist when we met her.
Okay,
so
sure,
initially
right.
when she met us, she really was just like, they bougie, they too pretty for me. And she was younger. She was very tomboyish and stuff like that. So it was just like, that was kind of like the initial meet and greet with her. But she eventually came around because, Keisha and I, we were like, yo, let's do it. We buttered her up. It was no hate. It was all love. We wanted a third member, and we felt like she was a good fit. She was very dope. She had a unique sound, and we wanted her to be a part. And she finally became a part.
But how did you convince her she's a solo artist? I don't need y'all. How did you grab her?
I think it was more so like the producer was just like, you girls would be a good fit.
Okay,
and we recorded a song together.
Who was the producer?
His name was Norman, I'm about to call him Norman Bradley.
Norman Bradley?
Stormin' Norman. He got, yep.
Okay.
Well, he was local from New Jersey.
Okay. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But okay, so he put y'all together because he could feel the vibe. I mean, the voices. I guess that's what it's really about, putting the voices together.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And now what was the song that y'all did for Puffy?
It was called "Just a Freak in Me," a song that we wrote.
Oh, okay. I thought that was not Jodeci's song. Okay, you wrote a song. Okay, y'all wrote a song.
Yeah, and we performed it for Puffy in the elevator, and he looked at us like, these girls tripping. But he loved us. He loved us. He was interested. He wanted to sign us.
But here's my thing. I've wondered, you said in the elevator.
In the elevator.
The nigga you couldn't get him in a room where he sits down and listens behind a desk? He's that moving that fast?
Because actually we went to go meet him at the Hit Factory at the studio. Okay. And at that time, you had to come down on the elevator and let people in.
Okay.
So he came down.
And y'all just busted right there.
As soon as Kathy was like, soon as them elevator doors open, y'all just better freak the shit out of them. We had them all backed up against the elevator wall.
Oh, y'all was dancing and shit with them?
Yeah, it was like, oh, yeah.
You was like, take this, take some of that.
Yeah, take that.
That's where you got it from. Okay,
yeah,
from y'all. Right. Y'all was giving him some of that there. Okay, I ain't mad at you. So you were nervous as hell. You had to be because he was big time.
Yeah, we were, but normally that nervous energy is the best energy.
Sure.
Just as you go into fight and flight, you like, here's your moment. You take it or leave it. So we took it, and
right.
That's how we wound up getting a deal with Puffy.
When he said he liked y'all, did you believe him? Or was it
I didn't think he had I mean, initially leaving there, we thought he hated us. Because he did not give off any type of reaction, but he did call her like later on that evening, early in the morning, was just like, I like those girls, I want to sign them. And that was, we were actually we're going to sign to Uptown at first.
Okay, sure. Andre Harrell, rest in peace. Mm-hmm.
Yep, it was us and Biggie and then Craig Mack, yep.
Really? Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of Biggie, you were on my favorite song. Oh, one of my favorite songs. Yeah, Juicy, yeah. Y'all did. Wow.
Yeah.
How that's kind of cool. So if Puffy, I'm trying to remember his mind. So he wants to sign somebody, and he has a song, and he's looking for some backup. He just takes the artists he has, and puts them in there to do the backup singing because it's not like Biggie featuring Total. It's just y'all singing in the background.
Well, that's the Juicy record. Was definitely a learning lesson for us. Like Biggie was like our big little brother, so we were always hanging out. Like he was always telling us to come to the city, hang out. So we were just hanging out in the studio with him that night, Keisha and I, and he was doing, listening to the track, and we were humming it in the background. And he was like, "Go in the booth and do that." So they kept it, and I don't think, bad business move on our part because our management chewed us out. She was like, "You don't go in the studio, you don't jump on no records, you don't do this, you don't do that without anything." We weren't thinking. We were thinking family all love, And
sure.
Biggie did make sure we got paid for the record. We were just never featured on a record. I'm assuming because it was just never intended for Biggie first record to be a feature.
Right. Want to be him by himself.
Right.
Wow. I can understand them cussing you out, but you're young.
Yeah,
you don't know no better
like
like that. And sometimes you have to give up a little something to
gain something.
Right, exactly, to gain something.
And I honestly feel like that record catapulted Puffy into like, yeah,
sure.
We need to, because after that started hitting and he saw how big it was, even though a lot of people, if you knew we were on a record, you knew we were on a record, but it wasn't being promoted that we were on a record. Right. And the record skyrocketed.
Right.
So instantly he was like, yo, I got this soundtrack for y'all for New Jersey Drive. And that's when we went and we did Can't You See. Right. And Biggie did the verse on that.
Wow. That kind of moved quick. How long did that move from the time you sang in the elevator to the time you sang in the, sang, did the backup for Juicy?
I want to say there was like
months or years?
It was about 2 years.
2 years, okay.
It was about 2 years.
So in that time, what do you do? What do you do to keep yourself busy?
In that time, we were doing a lot of artist development stuff. It was just like we would go to the labels. Like by that time, Keisha and I, we had moved in somewhat with our manager. We was just hitting the scene because, back then, partying was everything. So you had to be in it to win it. And it was kind of like mandatory. Like, you want to be a part of this crew, we show up at the front door by 11. You don't get in, you better get in because I better see you inside. So it was just like, we just did a lot of artist development, going out, spending time with each other, vibing with each other as a business family.
Did y'all write during that time?
We didn't write a lot at that time.
Right, okay.
We didn't write a lot at that time. We didn't write a lot.
Right.
Period. At that time on our album.
Is it something that y'all, because you're not a writer, or Puffy's like, no, I'm gonna have people write for you?
Well, we were definitely given the opportunity to write. It wasn't like the opportunity was not given. It's just that's something either you're naturally gifted with or you gotta work at. And stuff was coming, but it just wasn't coming like that. And of course, Puffy wanted to hit. So it's not that we did not get the opportunity to write. I guess with him having the say so at that time, we just didn't feel like we were writing hits.
Right, sure. Let me ask you, did you know the hits? I mean, I know Puffy told you to sing these things. Did you know like this is gonna be a hit, or this is, what are we doing here? This is trash. This song is trash. It ain't no real good song.
I honestly never felt that way about anything we ever recorded, like it was trash or
right. But you know what I'm saying, that wasn't gonna be a hit, just a song. Did you think everything you recorded was gonna be a hit?
Not everything, but I knew, I think everything was like great records. So everything complemented each other.
The things that were hits for you guys, did you know they were going to be hits? You were recording them?
That was the goal.
Well, okay. My goal here is to be the #1 show on YouTube. But you got to look down about 2,894th, and I'll be right there. So I feel you.
And you will be. Goals are meant to be met.
I like that. Okay, so you get with Puffy. You decide it takes 2 years. You get on with Biggie. You're feeling the momentum going. They're starting to gear up for your first album, right? So they put that. So. Did you have any say-so in y'all? Did y'all have say-so? How y'all want your image to look?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because I feel like Puffy had a lot of his own, wearing gloves, was it Pam had the shade, y'all just had that bad boy swag look,
But that wasn't even Puffy, you know what I'm saying? What? And and I think that's what people misconception is, because I think, because what they saw on Making of the Band.
Okay, well.
Yeah, no. Well. We definitely gave our opinion, and we definitely weren't gonna do anything that we did not want to do. We stayed in trouble with Puffy. He stayed I'm not putting your record out. Take Total off the promotion tour. They're not going in the studio tonight. Because
of y'all opinions, y'all didn't want to do some stuff he wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, we had, you give and you take. Of course, we respected his opinion to the utmost, but we did have our own. And
as an artist, that's one of the most fearful things. I'm so happy that I have my own thing. I do my own thing because I don't want to make bad moves and my career die out on your choices. You know what I'm saying? The things you do. I'd rather die on my own shield. And sometimes people say, well, do this or wear this or have this or do this. Like, man, that's not me. They're like, that's what you're going to do or not. And then you do it and they're like, you're whack. And you're like, that really wasn't me. And then you got to reinvent yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I can see, to me, I ran into Puffy a couple times. Puffy is Puffy. All I can say. You know what I'm saying? He, however you want to look at it, he is that. He is a brilliant, manufacturer of people, of artists. He knows hits, he knows beats.
Right.
He can be a tyrant at times. I'm telling you, stuff I've heard, I've been around him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I've experienced it. Like,
I can imagine some of the stuff that y'all probably went through, because he was hot. And when you get hot like that, he figures everything gonna hit. And there's some things that didn't hit necessarily, but he's gonna tell you this is gonna hit. And like you said, it's hard to say, I respect you, Puffy, but we don't like this. This ain't our thing. And I can see him using it like, if you don't do that, then it ain't my way or the highway type of thing. And then you got to kind of fight and see and kind of give away. Were there any moments like that you felt like you gave up the situations? Like, you know what, I'll do it like this.
Yeah, I mean, with anything, there's a give and take situation. But I do feel like we were in a situation where, our opinions were at least heard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but heard,
they were at least heard, and we definitely respected Puffy's vision for us, because it wasn't like it was a fly-by-night situation. We had a good 1.5 run of getting to know each other. Like, it definitely was like we would go stay at his house in Scarsdale, New York. Like, he was like a big brother to us. Like, and that's the part people didn't see, and that's the part people don't know. All they see is this Puffy, this businessman or whatever. But they're the original Bad Boy roster, like it was a little different. It was a little different with us. It was a little different. We spent a lot of time like building each other and being around each other and spending time to get to know each other. That's why he would have us come out because we have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have been like, oh, I don't want to do this. See y'all later. But of course, all of us knew and wanted this outcome because we had goals, right? So we compromised. We went out to the parties. We danced all night in the middle of the floor. We picked up our vibe. They would be like, y'all get out there in the floor and y'all just vibe. I want to see you dance. And I think that's how he kind of like studied the whole.
Well, people like him, and I'm a little lame, but people like him, they dangle what's called the proverbial carrot in front of you, your career, the hot shit. He shows you hot shit, shows you good shit, good party. You're going in places that other people can't get in. Look at that long line. We're moving you first. And then they say, but I want you to do this. I don't want you doing this. I want you to. And you can sit there and say, well, we could have said no, but you would have said no to a lot of stuff. He already got you, indoctrinated in feeling about that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of people say, yeah to it, like shiny suit times, Mace, he hated that shit, but he wore it.
But that's Mace. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we were total. Like, I can honestly say that we were able to voice our opinion. Like, they used to want me to wear baggy clothes. I'm not wearing baggy clothes. I'm not a boy. I'm not doing that. And I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's just really what it was. And it's just the conversation about Puffy is always, like, a difficult one because I think people like want to hear these horrible things and they want us to tell these horrible stories. No, and I'm not saying you.
He's the sweetest man I've known.
No, he's not.
He's kind.
But no, he's not. He's not at all. He's a businessman, and when you kind of take the personal and your feelings out of it, when I think back at that tyrant, it helped me be the woman I am today.
Sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real thick skin. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't always conducive back then because we all were growing. You know what I'm saying? And he actually even said that at the old Bad Boy reunion tour that he's trying to not be that person he was back then. He understood. So, no, he was not nice. He was not none of that. But I don't sit up here and play victim to none of that. You know what I'm saying? It was a growing experience for me. And I was definitely, and I'm blessed to have been a part of that and witness some of that greatness.
Right, but sometimes he has to be the way he was to be where, because if you change anything in his life, he may not be Puffy that we know now.
Right.
Let's say he did it's a business, and I understand. I run a business. You know, sometimes people on the outside think it's a certain thing, and you're like, you got money, give me this, give me that. It's like, well, you don't know where money's moving at. You know, I can only give you this amount.
Right.
Why can't I get $1 million whole, record deal? Well, I can only get $500,000. I'll see you in a Bentley. I'm making Bentley note payments, man.
Exactly.
I'm paying $3,000 a month or whatever, $1,500 a month.
Right.
I'm not buying, you know what I'm saying? I didn't buy cash. So a lot of people don't know that. So I understand he has to be a certain way. Trust me, because people can maybe look at me sometimes and say, you're being mean. I'm like, no. I look at the bigger picture. It ain't all just about you. I gotta get this whole thing together so it all works even for you. So I get that portion of it. But there's moves he made. He probably regrets, like you just said. He regrets, being young and cocky. You make somebody worth $50 million, and you know what I'm saying? They're 27, 28 years old. It's hard to say, let me be sweet to everybody. I get it. He's worried about his empire too, so I get it. So I'm not asking necessarily to talk bad about him, but at the same token, get me a feel of what it was, because like I said, some things he did great for you, some things he wasn't.
It was good and bad. Sometimes it was horrible. Sometimes we were on top of the world.
Sure.
That's just how it was, and I think that's how a lot of things is. And sometimes it was really rough working with Puffy. Like sometimes he had my confidence, like, in the basement, you know what I'm saying? Like, not feeling confident about myself at all, but I don't stay in that space.
Sure.
I'm like, I grew from that, and I look back and be like, oh well, maybe he didn't have to be that way, but I kind of understood.
Sure. He thought he was doing the best, right, for you, maybe for working for you, right? Now, your hits, when you started coming out, I mean, y'all started having some hits,
right?
Was that whirlwind? What was that change like? Because you went from not really having being the backup for Puffy for Juicy to all of a sudden now it's all about y'all, and you got to go out here and tour, and the crowds are screaming for you. Did y'all handle that well as a group? Because I always hear like with women, it can be a little, well, even men, but a little something going down in there.
I mean, we handled it well, as good as we possibly could. Of course, there was drama, like you said, with everything. This person don't want to come do this show. This person's sick. This person don't want to wear that. And
But was that beforehand, or when it gets bigger, all of a sudden now you feel I'm in a position to say I ain't wearing that? Well, before you would award, not you, but you know what I'm saying? I've seen people change like that. When they get hotter, they start asking and demanding different things than they did before. And then all of a sudden now someone's like, well, hold on, girl, we was all together the same way. We was eating. We was all had suites. Now you want the Zazazoo room, the biggest room of all. Like, why can't we all have the same suite now? What's changing here? Well, we hot. Did y'all run into that kind of stuff at times?
No, I don't think we ran into stuff where there was like separation.
Good. Okay.
No. Okay. Because them checks got cut equally, all three ways. So no, but there were, I feel like people. Things did change a little bit.
Sure.
People started feeling themselves and, acting a little different and stuff like that. And I mean, it's pretty natural.
Sure.
Because, it did take off pretty fast, and we traveled the world, and we were on one of the hottest labels at the time.
Right.
So it was just like, egos were definitely kind of like.
Did your ego get a little
bit,
a little extra? Did yours? Or were you the girl from Plainsville? Was it Plainsville? Where you from again?
Plainfield, you're right.
Yeah, Plainfield. I thought I said it. You act like I was saying the wrong thing.
No, I don't think I don't operate in that space. I'm very humble because I'm a firm believer that what goes up comes down, and I don't feel like I'm doing anything that anybody can accomplish. You know what I'm saying? If you got the drive and to do that, so. Right. I would have to honestly say about myself, no, I don't operate in the space of ego.
Right. And I'm the same way. When I was, quote unquote, a little hotter back in the late 90s, I did it all. I mean, as far as work, my ego, I was humbled about it. Some people say, oh, you was arrogant at times. Well, it depends on how you approach me.
Exactly.
If you talking shit to me, then I'm gonna talk shit back. Now you forget that you said something to me first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I've learned in this time around, let it go sometimes, because somebody can say, girl, look at that tacky ass outfit on. You like, it just costs more than your rent all month. All they remember is that.
Right.
That girl like, oh, fuck her, she ain't shit. Because it wasn't until I had a quote by Maya Angelou that said, people don't always remember what you said, but they always remember how you made it feel.
Right,
and
exactly.
when I thought about that, I said, yeah, because sometimes people say, I don't like so-and-so. Like, what's wrong with him? Fuck him. Like, what? Man, he on some bullshit.
Be specific.
What is it? And it's just he remembers something happened and didn't feel. And so I saw people because I came through the Def Jam comedy era. We were unknown and started doing tours, and it was just people would act like they can act their ass. And I was like, I just sit back and just like, wow, man, we were eating 10-cent hot wings, man, about a year ago. Now you acting foolish and shit with stuff, and that's again. So I the fact that you say you were humble, you kept it humble. Some people, and it hurts when I see groups like because you don't always have that. That's like lightning in a bottle. Get you 3 girls together, any group, Supremes, whoever it is. Right. And to ruin it when you're making that money, let's make this retirement money.
I definitely agree with you on that.
And acting foolish to ruin it, like you think you'll get this again a second time around? Man, come on, man.
We actually did get it again the second time around, even much better.
Oh, really?
And it kind of like the same scenario played out. So.
Well, okay. I remember y'all broke up, and they brought another. Didn't they bring
they tried. They tried to replace me with Mila from 702.
From 702, right. Mm-hmm. You said they tried, so that mean that the audience didn't? What do you think?
Did anything drop? Did y'all see?
No.
So
damn.
It was a try. That's no disrespect. Like,
it's not?
No. I mean, well,
I'm shit.
Look, don't get me started. I'm a Jersey girl. I don't want no smoke with nobody. But like I said,
you got the combat outfit on. You ready to rock and roll.
Like I said, they tried, and that's what it was.
Okay.
And then
they called you back.
No, I didn't. No, we didn't go back. I think after that, the girls just left altogether. Nobody was doing music at all. And then about 2014, Pam reached out to me to do some shows with her because she was working on her. She wanted to do her solo project and stuff like that. So they wouldn't book her without another original member. So she asked me would I do a show with her in Wembley in London. And I was like, of course, like if this helped your solo career, if this helped you out, I would definitely do it. And then always wanting the group to get back together. I also saw that as an opportunity that, hey, maybe this will break the ice for us to get back to getting back together. And it actually did for a short moment. The 3 of us graced the stage for the Bad Boy Reunion tour, which was everything.
Sure, I remember that.
And now we're going our separate ways again.
Well, how does he keep doing that then?
I mean,
okay.
It just don't make sense to me, but I don't know.
But what does it mean? Like somebody stops phone calling? People don't start calling each other? We had a good time on tour. And he's like, come on, girl, let's get an album. Let's get an album together. Girl, I'm busy right now. I ain't got time for that. Is it one of those kind of feelings?
During the tour, Pam decided that, she wanted to go solo. She didn't want to do the tour anymore. During the tour. That's when she kind of like made it official. She was kind of talking about it, and we always knew that it was something that she wanted, and that was the thing. It was not that Keisha and I or the brand Total did not support Pamela Long, the solo artist, because we would get up there and do her songs with her or whatever. She just felt like, hey, it's my time to go out and step out on my own, and that's why we're not doing anything right now.
Wow. Well,
as far as a whole, Total, Kima, Keisha, and Pam.
And I'm not knocking her, but has Pam dropped the album yet? Has she got something?
I'm not sure. I don't.
Pam, you need to get baback with Total. I'm gonna be real. That's where the money is, okay? That's where the money is, and do the side thing another time.
It's where the money resides.
Yeah, where the money resides. Yeah, that's a shame. But you have moved past that and opened up and done a lot of other things.
Yes.
That's what my research team told me. Said you worked on a whole bunch of things. Yeah. And one of the things you worked on, let's go right here. Okay. You have one thing is your new endeavors are you moved to Atlanta to start your own internet radio show. So you're trying to compete against me. I don't like that.
Compete against you?
Yes.
Well, actually, I didn't move here to start my own show. Okay. I'm actually a host.
What's the name of the show?
B100 Radio.
What's the name of the show?
Hip Hop Weekend Party.
It's called Hip Hop Weekend Party?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Well, watch Pierre's Panic Room first and then go see hers. Listen to hers.
You play music?
I will now. I got to defeat you, girl. Damn that. I got to move up from 2,738 to a little higher. But no, okay. So what is it? What is the show? What is the show? Do you play music? Is it a certain era?
We play music. It's old school, new school. We do new school artists on Fridays. We talk about the latest release.
You say we. Keep saying we. Who's with you?
OG Shotty Powers, and Daisha Ware. I actually was asked to be a part of this situation from Miss Deb, Waka Flocka's mother. This is her radio station. And I went to go actually meet with her because I wanted to get on Growing Up Hip Hop. I'm talking to her about Growing Up Hip Hop. And they were like, hey, we got this station coming up. Would you want to be a host, Growing Up Hip Hop? Because I have 2 kids that are aspiring artists, which is one of the other reasons why I did move to Atlanta.
What did they do? What kind of singing, rapping?
My son rap, my daughter sings.
What's your son's name?
Stacks. He don't really have one yet, but my daughter's name is Kima Marie.
Kima Marie. Okay. Yeah. Now, what you've been through, somebody would say, why would you encourage them, or you know the pitfalls now? Like, how does that work for?
I didn't encourage them. See, that's the thing. They didn't even know. Like,
Mama was a singer.
My daughter found out. Like, she was 5 years old, and she came to me one day. Because actually, when I left the group, I went to school. I got my certification. I work in the medical field. I still sit down to my computer to this day. And
do you medical?
Got my own thing going on. But she came to me, and she was just like, I heard you were famous. And I was like, who told you that? She was like, oh, one of the cheer moms. And I was like, well, yeah, I used to be in this group. So I Googled us, and I showed her the group. And she was just like, oh, Mom, like, well, what happened? So, I told her a short version. And she was just like, well, we older now. So I took that as she was saying, we older now. So why you still sitting here behind this computer? So it kind of really motivated me. At that point, I started recording some of my own records.
Oh, wow, okay.
And because of that reason, because I did have, like, emotionally and mentally, I thought I was okay, and as the years went by and stuff like that, you realize you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really missed it. I missed being an artist. I missed being creative, although I felt like it wasn't my calling because I wasn't sitting around as a young girl talking about, I want to be this big old star. It actually was something God had planned for me.
Sure.
And I didn't really fight for it. Like, when they tried to replace me, I was like, okay, whatever, because it was just too much. So I just kind of let it go, and that was the part I just started regretting. So then I found myself calling the girls, let's get back together. Let's do this, let's do that. And they never really wanted to, so.
Get back together.
Yeah.
Wow. Because I always feel like y'all can still tour today and make some money,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, put some money together, I don't know
Crazy
money. I don't know what they doing, and, no disrespect, you would drop that medical thing real quick if you could go on tour, wouldn't you? I mean, to make money on that. Really, you like that better?
It's not so much that I like it better. It's just like it's mine. You know what I'm saying?
I'll
just take my computer with me.
Okay.
Because
damn,
you
Jamaican, you want 2 jobs.
This business is fickle, and girl gotta eat.
I know that's right. I respect that. I want Total to get back. I want y'all to get back together.
I mean, I'm not opposed to that. I want us to get back together too. But I gotta move on because it's just been too much.
What is different about the music industry now that 20 years later, or a little more than that, 25 years later, now that you're putting out singles yourself? What do you feel
not having that machine behind you, I realized like how much money labels actually.
So you understand Puffy now? You understand Puffy? Why he was a mole?
Because it's always been business. I always just trying. It's not personal. Puffy owe me nothing. He not my daddy. Like, so he gave me an opportunity, and we did what we did with it, and the outcome was the outcome. Like, now, should I hold this man accountable for the rest of my life?
No. Right.
Not at all.
Right.
So,
is there any lessons you learned from him that you can use now when you're putting your stuff out there? Was there anything you remember that he did or showed you how to do?
Definitely, that's like if you're gonna do something, you put 110 behind it. You work hard. You go hard.
Nice.
Have a thick skin.
Okay. Oh, no. I trust you.
Don't worry about. I used to be so worried about what people had to say about me. And I'd be like, say everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he, like, all that stuff you grow and you learn.
Oh, I've learned through social media. You know, people one day they love me, the other day, man, F you, you, okay, oh man, I don't even go no. Just keep talking about me. That's all. Just keep talking. It works for me. Yeah. That's real cool. That's real cool. So you have 2 singles out. What are the singles called?
One single is called Distraction, which features my sister Vita. Vita is from
rapper.
Murder Inc. Belly. Yeah,
well, she was on Versus, wasn't she?
Yeah, last night.
Yeah. I just said the Vita.
Yeah, that's my little sister. Yeah.
You should be proud of her.
I am very proud of her.
Yeah. Wow.
I am very, very, very proud of my sister.
Okay. Well, damn, you act like I was saying you shouldn't be. Like, I'm very, very proud of my sister.
No, I mean, it's just like, everybody watched the Versus. Y'all was on social media today. Y'all know how, that shit was disrespectful. Yeah. Whatever.
Would you, who would Total do Versus with?
I don't know.
702? No, she do both.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think about it.
Escape?
I don't know. Like, I mean, to me, Escape, I think back then we were so diverse in our music. You would hear a TLC record, you like, that's TLC. You would hear Escape record, you would hear like, that's Escape. 702, that's 702. I don't like to think of things in the vein of competition.
Oh man!
You know,
I'm
you
ain't no Puffy product because he was a competitive. Come on. There's competition. I don't care if you say there's competition.
702, no, because everybody kind of trying to put us against 702. No, I don't think. I mean, they had great records, but I don't think they had as many as we did.
Ooh, you heard that? She thought to me. She said, "Damn 702."
Don't be having me out
damn 702. Okay, what you talking about TLC though?
TLC, I wouldn't want to go against TLC because TLC fan base is crazy. They were a bigger group than us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Destiny's Child.
That could be a little something for Beyonce and them.
Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
I think if we would have kept going and put out more records.
Destiny's Child had what, about 7 hits? 4 hits. They had 4 hits. Y'all had about 4 hits too.
I think Destiny Child had more records than that.
Yeah, records was okay. Scrubs and no. Okay, maybe. Beyonce bounced so quickly. I don't remember.
Yeah, how many albums did Destiny Child put out? Did they put out
2
or 3?
3. Somebody said 3. Somebody said 4. Yeah, they put all kind of numbers up here.
Yeah.
But Google it, for those who watched it.
So I just feel like, because everybody always try to match it, and again, this is no disrespect to anybody on 702. But I just don't think, they're going to take it however they want, but I'm just saying, like, it's not. I just don't, in the vein of records.
Sure. Right. And they're not being disrespectful, 702, if you're listening, so she wasn't.
Soon as Can't You See drop?
Ooh, it's over.
It's over.
It's damn. Right. Well, you know what's funny? You on social media, so I like to do a thing I call IG creeping. It means I go through your IG page, my crew, and we find some stuff. We want to do some pictures and see what you're talking about. So we want to know, I look at it and say, what in the world was she thinking when she was doing this right here? Had this look right here. Really?
I was thinking, fuck you.
Damn! Really? That's how you was feeling at that time? That's how you, what inspired this right here, the F you? I like the look though. I ain't gonna lie. Ooh wee. I can see why you have a kid.
I don't know what inspired. I don't know. That's just how I felt at that moment. I was just like, "Fuck you."
Got the boots and what's that? Burberry. Yeah, the Burberry. Ooh, that real Burberry.
That's one of my designs. That's one of my designs as well.
Okay, damn.
But so I was just doing a photo shoot.
Really?
Yeah, just
how long ago was this picture?
Productive.
Because that middle finger was back in the 90s. That wasn't no damn.
No, that photo shoot was about
Kima, we don't
do
the middle finger no more. We don't do that.
I do whatever I feel, and that's how I felt.
Okay, well you felt okay.
And I put it on my Instagram, and I was like,
okay.
Can I curse? Am I being like?
No, you're fine.
This is fuck you.
This Pierre's panic room. What the fuck you talking about? You tripping shit. Okay, well you had a couple of pictures.
Oh God.
Yeah, that we.
I did not know you were going to be doing all of this.
You didn't know?
I would have took some stuff off.
Okay, what about that?
That was another thing. Me having fun. This stylist reached out to my husband and was like, I want to style Kima. I want to take some pictures. And
you had a lot going on.
I went to New York. Yeah, we had the boots and the Dr. Seuss hat.
Right, Dr. Seuss hat. Yeah.
And I was.
Was that
Kima
for something?
Seuss. That was just for my social media. You know how you just have to have content and pictures and just to show everybody I haven't shriveled up and died.
No, you fine as hell still, girl. I'm telling you right now. Yes. So
good genes.
We'll give Sharon Clark a shout out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, please.
Yeah, for the style. You know, about 7 outfits on there, but it worked. Okay.
Shut up.
Okay, like you was trying on some shit. Okay, well maybe that's, but no, I like that.
I was like, this worked. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Though.
I love it. You're daring. I appreciate you actually coming on my show. First, I'm not a big 90s R&B people. I don't know everybody.
You're not a big Total fan. Just say that.
No. I like Total. Yes, Total did all right for me. I got a lot of little honeys from Total and shit. Okay, yeah.
Off of which record? Kissing You?
No, the fact that you was just on the radio. Okay, so trust me.
I used to pull up playing Total.
No, I never pulled up. I didn't do that. But I know girls like Total. So in the house.
Ah, you played Total.
Who was it? Jagged Edge. A couple of y'all played. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm more 70s R&B.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Stylistic. Well, God, that, okay?
No, I do like them, but I'm like...
Yeah, well, I had an old soul back then and stuff. But I would turn on the music that I need to get that ass, I'm be honest with you. Okay. Whatever I need. If I was in the hood and I was a hood girl, I put some ratchet shit on, boom.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Oh, that's what I'm here for.
Which Total record got you the ass?
Let me see. Which one? Which one got me the ass?
I want to know. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Kissing You?
Yeah, probably that one. Yeah, that was pretty big. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I got yeah. I'm also made my. Let me think. About 5 years ago, I made my last payment.
Your last payment?
Monthly payment. Thank you.
On
$365 every month. Because of
Child
Total.
support?
Yeah, Total. Yeah. When you get the ass, sometimes
I'm like, wait a minute. Child support.
Right. No.
I didn't go in my head. I just ain't want to be like,
We're in the panic room. We talk about whatever you want to.
Okay,
you can say whatever you want. No, whatever you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm glad. So you're married now. You have a child. You have 2 kids, right?
I have 2 kids.
You have 2 kids?
Actually, there's 6.
6.
2 together and 4
with
my
him.
husband. Yeah. He said he didn't play sports.
Right. Yeah. He did. Yeah.
He
did.
had
They
a
put
sport,
that work
but
in.
it wasn't.
That kind of sport.
That kind. It was a different type of sport.
Yeah. Well, you understand. You married him.
Did. Yeah,
okay.
I did.
You see what the other ones felt like. Okay. Yeah. You understand why he got them kids. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a couple of kids my damn self.
Well,
Your
last payment.
Woo. Okay. I went to the doctor. Snip. All you get is conversation with me and some fun. But ain't nothing else.
I'm not turning on no Kissing You record neither.
Oh, no. I ain't gonna do that. Well, I ain't gonna do you like that, but it helps me out. All right, we have a thing we call spin the wheel, okay? So what it is this. We're in a panic when we talk about some stuff. So on here, if it lands on it, you gotta do it. All right? It ain't nothing crazy, but one is like, let's say celebrity crush call. I know you're married, you can fake it, be an actress. If you had a celebrity crush, you got to pick the phone up, your cell phone. I use mine, whatever you have yours, whatever you bring hers, and you got to make the phone call. Yeah, and act like.
I left my phone at home.
Are these all your kids came in here too? I see kids in here.
That's my daughter right there.
Oh damn!
I actually have a granddaughter. She's here, my grandbaby.
Oh, well, damn! I can't. Let me see something nice.
My daughter don't get
because there's lost your virginity. There's, I know you bring your family on the show. You're the first one that ever brought the family because shit. I gotta put a family version of this mother. Okay? You know what I'm saying? First time you got a job. First hug you did of your kid. First name. Okay, we had lost your virginity. A real secret you might want to tell us. You can win some money. Celebrity crush. Here's trading places. Who you trade a place with and why? One of the biggest lie you ever told. So let's hope it lands on something kind.
So you only got to answer one question.
One of them, right. Once it lands, you gotta answer that question.
Okay.
Do you want me to spin or you want to spin? How you want to do it? All right, y'all, give me a drum roll. Give me a drum. Huh? Turn it. Oh, my bad. Turn around. Okay, come on, everybody, start getting that drum roll for her. Spin it hard. Put some feet. Woo! What does that say? Oh, no, do it again because we ain't doing that. We ain't got no hot wing order right now. So do it one time. Yeah.
Say it.
I'm trying to make it good for you too. So go ahead, hit it again. Tell your mama to spin a little harder. There you go. Put some. Oh.
Lost virginity. What about it?
You gotta tell how you lost your virginity.
I'm not telling Mama. I'm gonna go behind the curtain.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Damn, the kid is here. The kid, you have to be descriptive, but you can.
No, like why? Duh.
Why what?
I gotta tell you that.
It fell on that. That's what your spin was. You done told your husband once. Oh, he don't even know.
Have
a seat and we all can hear about it. Shit, yeah, for the first time.
The first time I lost my virginity, like the age.
Ain't no first time. It's only one time. Shit, you lost it twice? Okay, how we doing it here?
Yeah, I'm a twin.
Okay.
The first time I lost my virginity, I was in...
Be on phrase, hey, it's your family. Yeah.
I was in the 10th grade.
Okay, 10th grade. So 10th grade, you're about 16 years old, right?
And the boy name was Sean.
Sean.
Dixon.
Yeah, really? What a name. What a name. You had a crush on him?
I wouldn't say a crush.
Well,
he was like my boyfriend.
He was your boyfriend. Yeah, okay, so your boyfriend. So go ahead. So y'all, you went over his house. You went to your house, or you're only 16 years old.
I went over his house.
You went over. Where's his parents at the time? What them damn kids?
He lived in a single family home.
Oh, single family home.
His mom.
Right.
Was not there. She was at work.
Right. Did you know that you were going to do, maybe do something when you went over there? No. You thought you were going to play some place thing, whatever, back then?
I was going to
talk. Right. Talk, right. And then one thing led to another.
Yeah.
Did y'all still date afterwards? It was one and done?
For a long time.
For a long time. Okay, Dixon was the man. Okay, Dixon.
I was.
Oh, you was. Okay. Look at here. Husband, man. Okay, well, your divorce procedure is gonna start next week. And shit. he like, damn, I know Rashawn Dixon. Okay, Rashawn Dixon, whatever his name was. But that's good. Okay, so you were 16. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember I remember losing my mind. Have I told y'all this story before? I don't know if I did. I was in D.C. I was 15 and the girl was 14, and so.
I thought you was gonna say she was older because most guys say they older babysitters.
Right. No, it wasn't that. My cousin R. Kelly hooked me up with him.
Ooh.
With her. So she was younger, of course. No, she was 14. I was 15 in the hood. And I remember going to her house, and she had a reclining chair. And it was a hood, the hood that have like not row house, the kind of rows. And, you see them in L.A., whatever, I don't know, whatever. So I remember she sat up, she pulled her panties down. I remember she had hair. I didn't have no hair back then. She had a bush, so I thought she was like, "Oh my gosh, it's gonna be it's a big." I thought the hair was the vagina. Okay, I was like, "Good Lord, I gotta go into all that shit." Oh Lord have mercy. I didn't know no better. I had like 2 pews, bing bang. This shit, my shit looked like an old guitar plung up, bing bang bang. Like I had 2 stitches and shit. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm scared to show her." I was like, "Oh my God, I gotta do this."
You said stitches.
I had 2 stitches in my shit, and I remember poking into the hair. Not underneath it. I was bang. I said, this is kind of hard to get into. It should been. I said, this hurt. I said, I don't want that. And she grabbed my shit and was like, no.
It hurt just right
now. I was like, oh shit. And my friends told me the first time I do it, and when it happens, mayonnaise gonna come out my shit. That's what my friends told me. I was like, oh my God, I don't even like mayo. I was like, oh mayonnaise, I don't want mayonnaise coming out my shit. It never happened.
Nasty.
Yeah,
That's
well, I was young. It didn't happen. I was too nervous because her brother played football, and I was scared he would come through because we were in the living room, so I was scared he was gonna come through the door and beat my ass. Yeah, man, hood shit, do hood shit, okay? Yeah,
I just moved from Maryland, D.C. area.
Oh, did you really?
My husband's from, yeah.
Oh, cool. What school did you went to? High school you went to? Oh man, Suitland. You got a real one right there. I remember. Yeah, I live in District Heights now. Okay. Yeah, off Marlboro Pike. Yeah. He lived in a rough ass area.
Yeah, we just.
Oh yeah, shit yeah. You ain't going nowhere, girl. Yeah, y'all together for a long time. He don't want to go back to Suitland and find nobody over there. Ooh, wait. Did you go to Classics? Hell yeah. See, remember? Okay, hell yeah. So, yeah, but, well, you got a good one, I guess, a good man. But thanks for the story. Thanks for coming and talking to us about your career and Total, So I learned more about Total than I really knew, to be honest with you. Yeah, only one song got me some ass, and 18 years.
And got you some ass and some trouble.
Yeah, some payments. So that song was worth about $18,000, okay?
Okay.
That's an expensive song right there, though.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. And I do wish you nothing but well. Seriously, I do. I really wish you well. And continue to do that and spread your joy. Tell the people on social media how they can reach you.
You can reach me on all social media outlets at Totally Kima. That's TOTALLYKIMA, in case you can't spell.
Ooh, I like that. She was fun. Hey, y'all, thank y'all for watching Pierre's Panic Room. Another episode, another dope episode. Had a great time with Kima. She explained how how the total ran and how Puffy acted and her whole career and what she's doing now. And she has beautiful kids and a family. And she moved on. And Total, y'all need to get back together again. Just one more tour. Just jump on somebody tour. One more. I say one more time. One more 3-month tour of Total. I think we could take that, man. We'll show you love and we'll come out because they will come out for y'all. Because y'all were definitely ingrained in our hearts and our memories. So thank y'all for watching Pierre's Panic Room. We got another. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell, please. Let us know about the comments, what you felt about the show. We'll talk about. We may, mention one of your comments on the next show. All right. Thank y'all so much and holler at your boy when you get a chance. I'm out.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Totally Kima, and I survived Pierre's Panic Room.
If you like that show, like, subscribe, and comment below. Hit the notification bell. Hit the subscribe button, man. We want you around. Appreciate it.